Many things you dey do, they remind me, say, you dey answer prayers. You dey answer prayers. You dey answer prayers.
It's BNG. Black Jersey on the beat.
Many things you dey do, they remind me, say, you dey answer prayers. You dey answer prayers. Many things you dey do, they remind me, say, you dey answer prayers. You dey answer prayers. You dey answer prayers. Many things you dey do, they remind me, say, you dey answer prayers. You dey answer prayers. You dey answer prayers. Umagyo hanekbeme. Umagye yankeme.
Hi, people of God. Yeah, this is Ruth Kakulu. Yeah, we trail. Hi, people of God. Yeah, this is Ruth Kakulu. Welcome to Weekend with Women. Yeah, we trail. The real Emirate ladies. We are real gems. Yes, the arm of Christian Women Fellowship International, of Church for Real. We are real people with real experience serving the real God. Yeah, you are going to be listening to some phenomenal ladies that will bring to your table some real life issues. Yes, stay tuned and enjoy yourself. There is something to learn, there is something to take out, and there is something that will cause a transformation in all of your situation. Stay tuned and watch out. Love ya.
Good evening, ladies. You're welcome to our second syndicate session. And we're going to be talking about finance, how to be that smart money diva, make that money you get. So we have beautiful ladies here, the smart money divas in their own field. And, they're going to be teaching us one or two on how to make that money, how to, be smart, financially wise. So I'm going to be giving them room to introduce themselves. I'm going to be giving them rooms to introduce themselves. So I'm going to be starting from my right. And on my right, we have...
Hello, everybody. My name is Clara Ejemegbede. I'm an accountant.
Okay. And on my left, my first left, I have...
My name is Okel Debo. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm also an event planner as well.
Wow. And my second left, we have...
I'm Roslyn Asowata. I'm a creative director and a fashion entrepreneur.
Wow, that's so great. It means we're going to be learning a lot when it comes to finances. So I'll just get right into it. No need to waste time because we need to make this money like ASAP. So I'm going to get straight to the questions. No time. So I'm going to start with my first question and I'll be throwing it to Sister Clara. Why is it important for women to be financially literate?
Thank you, Choma, for that question. Okay. It's actually very important for women to be financially literate. I advise women to have a clear understanding and knowledge of how to manage their money. First of all, you need to understand how you get money. For salary earners, it could be the monthly salary payment. Then for people that are doing businesses, okay, is their daily sales. I would advise you have a track of all your inflows, your payments that come in from your sales. Okay, you need to understand how to save. Okay, then you need to understand how to invest. Then if you're in debt, you need to track your debts. You need to understand how to arrange how to pay it. Basically, financial literacy is tracking what comes in, tracking your savings, tracking how to invest. If you're in debts, learn how to pay the debts. As time goes on, I feel would elaborate on that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Clara.
You're welcome.
I would like Sister Oke to just throw more light on that question, if you may.
Okay. To be a financial literate, you have to have the knowledge on how to manage your finances. So you need to know how much money is coming in, which accountants refer to as income, and also know how much money is going out, which we also refer as expenses. Your expenses should not surpass your income. If your expenses surpass your income, that means you're actually running at a loss. So your income should be higher than your expenses. So as a woman, if you cannot draw a line on your expenses, that means there's a problem. So you have to know that knowledge. You must have that knowledge on how to draw the line. I must not exceed my expense limit. I must have so and so amount as my savings. I must have so and so amount as my emergency fund. You must have something to fall back on in the rainy day. So as a woman, you should be able to know how much is coming in, know how much you must spend, and you must not exceed your expense. That's what I can say for that.
Thank you so much, Sister Oke. It's already getting hot here. Ladies, please grab your pens and notepads because we have more questions and we're going to learn a lot. So my second question will be going to Sister Rosaline. How can a woman be financially independent?
Thank you, Mr. Choma, for the question. A woman can be financially independent when you are able to multiply that which you have. No matter how small, no matter how big the money in your hand is, if you are able to multiply it, you have the capacity or ability to be independent financially as a woman. You won't say, oh, I need somebody to assist me, or I need somebody to invest in me. You can actually make do of that which is in your hand, multiply it, know your seed and know your fruit. Don't eat your seed in place of your fruit. When you need to sow, you sow. When you need to harvest, you harvest. Don't harvest that which you need to sow. Sow the seed you need to sow. And when it's time for harvest, you have something to harvest. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sister Rosaline. So basically, she's saying we should learn to differentiate our fruits from our seeds. Very, very important, guys. So our third question is, why do women struggle to discuss about their finances? Sister Clara?
Do women really struggle?
Yeah,
Well,
I would say.
probably out of ignorance. Okay, maybe they don't know they have to discuss it. Probably I'm sure they don't even know what to discuss.
I would like
Yeah.
to come in there. When women struggle discussing their finance, is from the past knowledge about their spouse. When you know your spouse, when you discuss your inflow of cash to your spouse, maybe he is not a conservative type of spender. He cannot help. He will help you to even plan ahead of your inflow. So if you don't want that to happen, you cannot be a little bit conservative. But if you know your spouse or your partner is not the overspending type, that you plan your life together, you can actually relate your finances with your spouse.
Well, some ladies would not necessarily want to discuss the finances with their spouse, probably out of the past experience. For instance, you have a spouse who spends heavily on drinks, on fashion, probably the latest suits, the latest wristwatch, the latest phone. That's very common these days. And most women are like, "Ah, if this guy knows how much I have, next thing will be borrowing money. What's the probability he will return that money?" So my money is my money, his money is our money. Do you get me? So I don't think most women, they have that mentality like, you know what, to each his own. I keep my money, you keep your money. If you need money, and let's contribute. But you know you can actually take care of that expense. So I believe as a couple, I'm speaking to the married folks, I think it's a 50-50 thing. There should be a balance. But I also tend to understand when some women tend to, keep their finances to themselves because they've been they've had that bitter experience. So they would rather just save for the rainy day, especially when there's something really, really urgent to incur an expense on.
Wow. That one is deep. So I'm going to be throwing this question to the accountant in our midst. Must I be an accountant in order to understand my finances?
No. You don't have to be an accountant. Like I said before, first of all, the first thing you should know is track what comes in. Even stay-at-home moms, when your husband gives you money for a month, I'm sure it's regular, track it. You go to the market. I know there's inflation right now. No, if you are going to spend like maybe 40,000 naira a month or 50,000 naira, know that was what you used in shopping. Okay, whatever you spend money on, note it down, track your expenses, and I'll encourage everybody to spend from their accounts. Okay, so that it's too easy for you to download your statements and maybe jot the things you spent money on. Is it as small as data? Track it. Then at the end of the month or at the end of a period, you know that, oh, this was the money that came in. This was what I spent. This is what is remaining. Okay. So you don't really have to be an accountant. At the end of the day, you hear questions like, oh, probably you go and meet your spouse. The money is finished. And they're asking, what did you spend money for? And you're looking, what an insulting question. But honestly, you should be able to track what comes in and what goes out. So that one is just basic. You don't have to be an accountant. Probably, the only thing I would say it's a bit deep is maybe knowing how to invest your money, knowing how to save. As time goes on, I think I would throw more light on that. So you don't have to be an accountant at all. Start with tracking what comes in and how you spend money. Let's see where you are really spending money.
Okay, so I guess basically you're saying you need to have a budget. I guess.
Yes. Have a budget. It's very important for you to have a budget. Okay.
Not just for married folks. Sorry to cut you. Even for single folks. Like before I got married, I'm an accountant, by the way. I always have this little journal. Once I get my salary for the month, before I spend that salary, I will say, okay, what am I spending? How much am I going to spend in the month of April? Transportation for the week is this. Transportation for the month is this. Do I need to make my hair? Am I going to wear a wig? Okay, if I'm going to make my hair, how much is it going to cost? Once I fix my nails, I'll just put nail cortex. I'll fix nails in the next 2 months because we have program in church. Do you get me? So I know, okay, for this month, I must not exceed 45,000 for my transport, for my feeding, for my toiletries. The remaining 60% must go into the account. I must not touch it. This one is for my medical expenses or family expenses or anything. So you can carry that. I carried that same attitude into my marriage. But now, definitely to go up, because I'm thinking of children, I'm thinking of the husband. Do you get me? So just tracking, like Auntie Clara rightly mentioned, if you can just keep record, and if you notice there's an inflation, probably in few months to come, you can now know, okay, I can fall back to one little savings that I had in the past 2 months to make up for such inflated price on any household item. Yeah.
If I can add to that, if you are drawing your budget, we all know what the situation in Nigeria is right now.
Yeah,
if you are drawing your budget for a new month, please can you add like 16%? Yes, check what the inflation rate is at the moment. Funny enough, whatever you buy now, for example, 500 naira, or that's even too small, maybe 5,000 naira. Next month, be sure you're going to get that thing for like 8,000.
So true.
So please add inflation to it, and then when you track your expenses, you will see some expenses that were not so important. So you could just fling them, going forward.
I would
Yes.
also like to throw more light on that, and Our point of correction, Auntie Choma, we are all accountants here.
Oh,
I'm
so
also an
sorry. So sorry
accountant.
about that.
Yeah. So as an accountant, I will actually advise you don't necessarily have to go and read accounting as a profession to be able to be accountable for your finances. As a normal human being living, you have to be able to track your inflow and your outflow of cash. And you have to be conscious deliberately about your inflow should be more than your outflow. There's a word I picked from my father. He said, a saving man is a prepared man. When you don't have the attitude to save, you can't prepare for any project. You have to save to be able to carry out any project. So when you're able to track your inflow, your outflow, the excess between your inflow and your outflow, that will make your savings. It's a deliberate act. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies. Ladies out there, let go of the excesses. Very important. Now, our next question. How do women get more engaged with their finances? Sister, okay?
How do women get more engaged with your? It's a deliberate effort. Just because you earned 200,000 in the month of May doesn't mean you must blow up the whole 200K, because you know that in the next month another 200K will come in. But you need to save for the rainy day. Like we accountants know about the 50-30-20 rule for the career people. You must always apply that formula. For people out there who don't know what that means, 50% of your income should be saved. 30% should also be ascribed to, 50% of your income should be on major expenses. 30% should be for, remind me again. 30% should be for your savings and 20% for emergency funds. So if you continue with that formula, I can assure you that before the end of the year, you'll be blown away on how much you have saved and how much you have even spent and how much you can even, and you might think of ways you can even curb your expenses as a woman. So when you're thinking about finances as a woman, you don't just leave it to the man. So it's not just as a woman, as a married person, but as a woman in its own entirety. So you must know how to save. You must know how to spend wisely. That's why, like the anchor rightly mentioned, the smart money diva. You can still look good, look trendy, but at the same time, you know how much is in your savings. You can still spend your money wisely and smartly, both as a single lady and as a married woman.
Thank you so much. Now, this question. Investing can be so overwhelming. How can we overcome this? Sister Clara.
Investing is very important. Simply put, what is investment? In clear terms, investment means getting paid, for decisions you made in the past. Okay? Meaning you made some very good financial decisions in the past, and over time, over the years, and you got paid, maybe through the dividends and interest. Okay? So advice, I'll just elaborate on what Sister Oke said. Let me use the salary earner as an example. You earn salary. It's expected of you to have a 50% of that salary as to take care of your basic needs, your basic expenses. For example, your rent, your transportation, children's school fees, etc. Then the 30% for personal needs. Probably you want to, for personal needs, basically, maybe travel or stuff like that, buy clothes, stuff like that. Then first of all, let me correct myself. As kingdom women, please, I'm faith-based. When you get money, first thing you do is to pay your tithes. True. Yes, I know some people, they don't believe in tithing, but personally, pay your tithes. Then before you do your 50%, before you do your 30%, this particular 30%, now that's where you plan things like giving gifts to people on their birthdays. Relationship is very, very important, so don't miss out on that. Then that 20% is compulsory. Invest it. My sister, invest it. save it. When it comes to savings now, there are three kinds of savings accounts. Okay, you have the emergency savings account, you have the sinking fund, then the last one, I don't know, I can't say investment is saving, but that part of the money, invest it. Okay, as time goes on, probably we'll just elaborate on that investment.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much, Sister
so-
Clara. So, still talking about investing, you know, as human beings, we make bad decisions sometimes. So, when we make bad investment decisions, how do we overcome it? I think I'll ask Sister Rosalind.
Okay, I will start with this scenario. When I was in primary school, my mathematics teacher would pick a topic, would teach, then after that, would give a classwork. Everybody would bring out his notebooks, sit down in the class, do your classwork, submit. The teacher will pick the notes, mark it, share it back, then time for correction. So the teacher will now come and do the correction. So whichever one you have failed, you write your correction. So there's always room for correction. If you have made a mistake, learn to retrace your steps. It's not how many times you fall that matters. It's how many times you are able to rise from your fall. Once you fall, learn to rise from that place. It does not count how many times you fail. What really matters, how many times did you win? Failing is actually the first step to success. When you are not afraid to fail, you end up winning. But when you are afraid to fail, it will be very difficult for you to even venture into that project. So always look at the winning side of it. When I fail, I will win.
Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much. So, ladies, it's not bad if you fail. Just, you know, dust yourself up, and the bigger picture will be very bright.
Let me add more things like to what I said earlier. If you check the Bible, I think it's Ecclesiastics. The Bible says, "Cast your bread upon many waters, and upon the waters, and after many days you will find it." Well, to be, I feel that's investment too. It's investment actually. So, and you will ask me, first of all, you have to change your mindset. No matter how much you are earning, no matter how small, change your mindset. Know that you can invest. I know somebody will ask me, as a student, as a stay-at-home mom, or someone earning small salary like 50,000 naira, how will I invest? Do you know that you can even invest like 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira? First of all, start with this. Vis-a-vis savings. Don't put it in the savings account in the bank. There are some high interest savings accounts you can put that money into. I don't want to advertise for anybody, and they are automated. All you need to do, go to Play Store, download it. There's one that is giving 8%. I'm sure a lot of people are using that one already. There's another one that is doing 10%. When you have money like this, you just automate it. Probably just say every maybe a particular date of the month, maybe first, debit my account or so amount, maybe 5,000 naira, it may be 100,000 naira. That money is there. 3 months, 6 months, you know, every month is being debited. At the end of the day, maybe after setting your financial goal, if you go and check that particular account, probably after 6 months or a year, you see that the money has increased. But if you put it in the regular bank account, my sister, the money, that purchasing power of that money has decreased. Inflation has dealt with it. But if you put in the such high interest savings accounts, you know, there are apps that can help you with that. The money will increase. We even have, you know, more money in the form of interest. So that's it. Change your mindset.
To add to that point, you know, the area that you have looked into it is probably investing in financial houses.
Yes.
What about an illiterate that don't even know how to sign in the bank, but he want to do something, and he's a stay-at-home mom? My mom, she used to do a lot of business, like palm oil. We are in the season of palm oil. This March, April, palm oil prices goes down. But when it gets to November, December, the prices skyrocket. So at this time, she goes to her customer in the market. She'll buy a lot of gallons of palm oil, even drums. Just leave it at home. You're a stay-at-home mom. Just leave it at home. When it comes to December, when the price have even tripled, call the same customer, come and buy up my palm oil. She'll come and buy it up. She brought it. She also come and buy it.
By
and
then
at that
the price
time,
must have
the
gone
price,
up.
yes,
Yes.
is more than double.
Yeah, that's investment.
So
yeah.
that is investment. It's not really it's not all the time you just say, let me go and
Yes.
put my money in there.
There are different ways of.
Yeah,
There are different ways of.
I'm just saying
Yes.
that
Yeah.
you can
That's
actually
one.
do it.
That's
in
storage
different-
investment.
Yes.
Yes.
And
And
also,
it
you can also even invest in businesses. Like we're in the rainy season. Do you know with about 12,000, you could buy cucumber seedlings, and within 3 to 5 months, it's already mature and you sell it
That's investment in agriculture.
in agriculture.
Yes, it is.
You can also invest in yourself.
Yes.
That is
Update
for the
yourself,
career
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Like in my kind of business now, I work more with the fashion trend. So what shoe is raining? Okay, April is coming out. The Easter period is coming. Lots of people want to get married during that Easter period. So I'm looking out for the latest bridal shoe that most people want to go for. So now, not even now, since January, I've placed my order so that by March it will land. By April, we have new designs. So other people that have been having their old stock, their designs are not as trendy as mine. It's because I've already monitored the fashion market and I know the latest. So when newly engaged ladies are in the market, they want the latest shoe. They want the latest bling bling. What color is raining? It's not more gold. It's rose gold. I already have that. So you also have to you can invest in your business, but put into consideration the fashion culture, the fashion trend. That is, if you are into the fashion
the trend.
business, there are
Yes,
different ways
there are
you can
different
invest rather than keeping. You can, I can see you can keep money in such houses, but me, I believe in investing, and within how many months I get my money back, then reinvest that money back than eating into your profit. I'm sorry,
People that are not business conscious, well, there's another way of investing.
Yeah.
You know this foreign currency that dollars is going up. If you can, if people that bought dollars when it was 300 or something, they bought it when it was 400 and some. Right now, as at Friday, the parallel market was 580.
Yeah.
580, that's a lot of money. So what you could just do, have this your DOM account, domiciliary account. When if you can just buy dollars, save there, just leave it there. Okay, that's another way of investing.
Oh God.
You can see the decisions you made are paying you. Okay, very good decisions you made are paying you.
This is a lot. I know they've said, like, in fact, 6-7 tips. Ladies, I hope you are taking notes. This is free. What you get outside and you pay money, this is free. So take notes. Now to our next question. So joint financial plans versus individual financial plans, which is feasible? Sister Rosalind.
Joint financial plan.
As a couple,
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know it's actually either way? Some people, both male, both female, they are not comfortable with joint financial plan because actually every human being just wants his or her own space. I don't want to maybe buy lipstick. I have to take permission from my husband. Oh, honey, I need to take some money from our joint account to do some shopping. Yes, joint account is feasible, but I would also advise that while you have a joint account as a couple, also have your personal account that you can easily batch into. It's not every ₦1 you spend that you must discuss before you spend. There are a lot of expenses that incur. I must have even done it before I will tell my husband. It's even for the family, not even for my personal. Yeah, I cannot just wait for him to approve the spending. I just have to do it. When I've done it, honey, I've done this, I've done this, I've done it. Because he knows I will not spend a mix. I will not spend on what I'm not supposed to spend on. That's boils down on understanding. When you have understand yourself, you are working together for the good of the family. It's not a matter of this is my money, so I'll spend it more on myself than spending it on the family. When I'm spending on myself, I see it as I'm spending on the family. When I'm spending on my children, I see it I'm spending on myself, because my family is my first investment. My marriage is my investment. My children, they are my investment. My business is my investment. So the way I can easily spend money to invest in my business, that is how I can also spend money to invest in my marriage, my children, or my husband.
Can I add something?
Please.
Joint account for couples. Okay. If there's a major project both of you are working on, well, I recommend it's okay. If you know each other, if you trust each other, if both of you are accountable, you can open a joint account. What kind of project? All these long-term projects, like if you want to build a house or you want to buy a property, I know that the woman is earning well, the man is earning well, or maybe one of them has a business that is really generating money. You can always have this financial target or financial goal that, okay, so and so time we are going to save this amount of money. You bring this, I bring this, put into the joint accounts, and you're going to have agreements. Nobody takes this money. Before anybody borrows any money, you will sign. You have to be accountable. Both of you should have integrity. I only recommend joint accounts for major projects. Probably you want to send a child abroad for master, stuff like that. So two of you have to be open to each other, agree on how much will be going in there, set a target for each other. We want to get so and so amount in there. Then also have individual accounts. I won't want to buy a pair of shoes or bag and I'll be asking my husband, come on, I buy from my account. I have my personal, I manage my own personal, and also there's a family, what do you call it now? Yeah, manage family finances, manage personal. But one thing, two of you must agree. You have to be accountable, and there should be integrity. Not the one that. Thank God for this. For those such accounts, both of you should have alert. If somebody is withdrawing, the other one is getting it. You have that email important. And ask, what's going on? Did you tell me?
Yes. Yeah. I will, for a joint account, I will advise for both parties to sign before anything can move out.
Yeah, that should be the mandate actually. Yes,
that is when you are able to account
both
for whatever
sign.
leaves. Not one person can be a signatory to the account. You cannot really track what is leaving.
What if with online banking? With the token, you can just move.
For a joint account, I will not advise online banking.
Oh, really? It should not be activated.
Yeah, it should not be activated.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now the next question for Sister Okay. Yeah. So how can a woman be financially stable? Because we'll be talking about investment and tips on how to invest, but how can she be financially stable?
We said this before. It's more like, let me just do a recap.
Yes.
It all boils down to the question that Clara answered. For you to be stable, you should have been able to have practiced your 50-30-20 rule. I don't think it's even only for the career people. I even think as a business enthusiast, you should also apply that. I don't know about. Yeah, I think you should. So whatever money is invested into, now let me start with the business inclined people, because I'm also into business. Once you invest into your business, the sales proceeds, I don't believe that you should eat it, the profit from that. You put it back into the business. At the end of the day, your working capital is kind of increasing. It's growing. And for the career people, as you are saving the 20%, the 30%, or the 50% on the major expenses, I still believe, sometimes I don't do that 50-20. Sometimes I even do 40, 30, 20, 10.
Yeah, whatever works for you.
Yeah, whatever works. Yeah. Yes. The answer to this question is your expense should not be more than your income. You must be able to draw that line. No matter how beautiful that bag is, it's not compulsory you must buy it. You have There are some ladies now, if I check their wardrobe, they have the most trendiest bags there. Question, how many times do you carry that bag in a month? If you check that bag out in the next 3 months, it either is peeling or rats have chewed into it, or your children have used it to do baskets as if they are playing or they are going to the market. So spend on things that spend money on your needs, not your wants. Learn to set a scale of preference. Learn to spend based on your priority. So if you can practice these little trends, I believe you should be able to be stable financially, whether you're married or single. Not every time you must spend on yourself. Learn to save for the rainy day. If you're a single lady, what if there's a family emergency? Can your family bank on you? Is there a pool of funds that you can run into to get money to spend on a particular expense? What if you're opportune to leave the country? Do you have money that you'll be able to have as your how is it said, for your bank account for you before you can be able to travel abroad? As a business person, what if there's a particular client that needs 100 pair of shoes? Do you have money back there? And well, as a businesswoman, I don't think we even have money, physical cash, because we are already invested in goods and products. So learn to spend less and save more. Then you'll be able to be financially stable.
Thank you, sister. Okay. You want to say something?
No, I'm
Okay.
fine.
Okay. So now here comes the question. How can we set financial goals? Sister Rosalind, can you help us with that?
Financial goals. Yeah, setting financial goals, you have to actually know your strengths and your weakness. You have to know what you need and what you actually want. Your need are those things that are your necessities. Your wants, you can actually do without it. Yes. So you draw out your scale of preference. Your needs should come first before your wants. When you are able to satisfy your needs completely and you have excesses, you can now come down to your wants, but not settling your wants prior your needs. Some people spend more on things they just want. At the end of the day, they don't even use it. Particularly ladies, they might buy a pair of shoes. At the end of the day, for 6 months, they don't even wear it because they just love the shoe. They wanted it, but they didn't really need it. It was not a need for them, but it was just a mere want. So you have to be able to draw out your scale of preference. That's it.
Say something here.
Okay.
For setting a financial goal, now as a woman, you're saying, okay, by December, I want to have at least ₦1 million in this account. How much comes in every month? If only 25,000 naira comes in every month, you can't save up to ₦1 million a year, except you're a thief. So if before you set a goal, you must have been able to know, this is my monthly income. This is the income that comes in, either from my salary, from my business, from one investment that you must have done in the past. Pull all those income together and write it down. Okay, at the end of the month, okay, let's say 400,000 comes in. Okay, let me be a little bit low. I don't want to be, okay. Let's say 40,000 naira comes in. 40,000, how much do I spend in a month? 10,000 or 15,000. 40 minus 15, that's 25. All right. And that's okay, 20K. Like you said, I won't mention any app because I already registered on that app we talked about. Okay. You now take the 20K, you now put it in quotes, that app. 20 times 12.
They're called high interest savings accounts.
I already done it, my sister. 20 times 12, that's 240. 240 times 8% or 10%. That's for 1 year. I've already set my goal. Okay, every month 20K must enter. I must not touch it. No matter the temptation, I would not touch it. Now, if you now have extra money that comes in, that doesn't mean you must spend it. You can even do another one in another app, in quotes, 10%. Can't check it out. 10%. Do that on 10 times 12 again. 100 times 10%. Then, at the end of the month, you've achieved that goal. And you need to be prudent enough not to even think about spending it. Then the next year, do the same thing. Take that whole money. Don't go and say, okay, I've saved 500,000, so I'm going to blow it on myself. I'm going to Dubai. That's stupidity. Save it again, or you invest it in a business or on yourself that would generate more interest. That's how you set financial goal.
Thank you so much, sister. Okay, so ladies out there, don't just carry your phone and be tweeting and going through Instagram. Go to Play Store or App Store. Download those financial apps that will make you a smart money diva. You get me? Yeah, so our next question. I don't have a capital to start a business. What do I do? Sister Clara.
You don't have a capital. You don't have to have capital. Some time ago, some years back, Pastor Chris Obama taught us these intangible assets and all of that. First of all, there's something in you, that can generate money. You have your mindset. There are a lot of things you mentioned though. First of all, have that idea. Ask the Holy Spirit. The Bible says that it's the Lord that will direct us on the way we should go.
Yes,
He's the
I
one that
can
leads us to make
actually-
profit.
let me
Wait, I'm
cut you
coming.
short.
First of all, ask God for direction. He will lead you. He will open your eyes to ideas. He will give you creative ideas to make money. You don't have to go and be thinking of, oh, I need 500,000 naira to do this, to do that. But let's leave that aside. After that one, there are some things you can do. There's this drop. Is it drop shipping? Yes. That one, you don't need capital now. Maybe it's okay selling something. She's the one that has the stock, the inventory. Why not? Maybe she sells hair. Just your status is there. You have data. You have Instagram. And start posting now. Somehow people will start asking you how much is it. When the person pays, okay, how far? Somebody wants to buy. You buy from okay, for example, maybe 50,000 naira. You are selling for 70.
Yeah.
Every time you start this profit you are making, gather it, then you have your own business. That's drop shipping. Then some other things like that. So just just Google it, ask people, get counsel.
Use your
let-
phones
yes,
wisely, ladies.
Yes,
Use your phones wisely.
You don't have to wait forever before you get money, or wait for government or one uncle or the other to give you money. The ideas everywhere, please.
But also for the benefit of people that would say, all this not story. Me now give me real example.
That's real example. now.
That's real example. I mean, layman example. Let me start from there. I
give
don't
us.
get phone. I don't have money for data. I want to make money.
People have data, they waste it on nonsense.
Exactly.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
that's
We know what we are talking about. See comment section on Insta blog. I just see people wasting data. And they will say, we don't have money.
For instance, now you have a passion for cooking. Like I rightly said, I'm into different businesses. Then even if it's 20,000 I make, it's my money. Extra is my money. If you are into, okay, there's a lady I know, Pastor Ruth. She's always on fleek, hair on fleek, makeup on fleek, jewelry on fleek, everything on fleek. She sells all the sellable. She sells anything because she wears the good thing, and everybody wants to know, Mama, where did you get this thing from? That's business for you.
Yeah, you're right.
I love cooking. I could cook for a crowd of say 10 people. For instance, I made a delivery this morning. The Uber that carried me has booked me for his wife's birthday for April 28th because he did not eat it all. He perceived it. And then on the day, he now begged me, Madam, can I taste it? After tasting it, I said, and see, I'm ordering for this and this. Probably that business that you might not think makes sense might be what you even enjoy doing. It could be cooking. It could be a passion for fashion like Auntie Roslyn. It could be a passion you just love good hair. You know how to get the best hair. You know where to get the best hair. Like Auntie Clara said, make use of Instagram. Instagram and going on internet is not expensive. 200 naira can get you how many MB? And you can market yourself rather than going to Linda Ikeji or Bella Niger or Tunde Ednuts.
Can I add something?
Yes, please.
Another way, it's after you've prayed and God has directed you, that's how your eyes will be opened like this. Just solve problems around you. There are problems.
Problem
There are
to
problems.
solve.
Look for a
Provider.
problem
solve.
to
Yeah,
solve.
people pay for value.
There was a problem I had one time. Because I don't like leaving house helps. I needed somebody to clean my house, But somehow somebody solved it for me. And now the lady cleans 4 houses. And it was somebody that referred her, to me. From me, someone else got her. So you can see there was a problem, the lady solved it. Just like that, there are a lot of people, they want to clean their houses. Just look around. There's one or two problems. Solve it and you start making money.
yeah.
And I pray the Lord will open the eyes of your understanding.
And you don't
see
even
this.
need
Yeah.
capital to do that.
Yeah, you don't need capital.
To do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
May the
you
Holy
so
Spirit
much.
help us.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies. So now this question: how do I invest in myself? I know someone said something pertaining to that, but I would really like Sister Okay to shed more light on it. How do I invest in myself?
You can invest in yourself in several ways. Like there's something Pastor Auntie Rosalie rightly mentioned. My family is my investment. My children are my investment. You could invest in trying to go to school. You could save for an education. That's an investment. That's for the single ladies out there that want to do their masters and they don't want to go into business. They just want to stay because they want to have that MSc. But it has to be in the UK. So it can be highly recognized when you come back. That's also investing in yourself. Your business could be another way you could invest in. It belongs to you, so it's yours. So your business is you. I represent my brand. I represent my business. Hence, I'm investing in me. So if I'm investing in my business, I'm also investing in me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think Auntie Rosie, you can go ahead.
Yeah.
Because I know that I'm sorry to say this, but she's a serial entrepreneur and I respect her. Pharmacy, fashion, what furniture, I don't know how you do it, but
And a mom.
yes, mom of 5 boys. Hello. So that is even investing in different. She's an international investor. So
Yeah.
I think that question should have been directed to her.
Yeah, she will shed more light
So,
now. Yeah.
investing in yourself. Yes, you can actually learn more skills. You can actually get more certifications depending on your choice. And actually investing it comes in different ways. What do you actually want to invest in? Investing in your family, you actually invest in yourself because your family is part of yourself. Yeah. Investing in your children, you are also investing in yourself. So it does not necessarily mean, oh yes, oh my friend is doing her PhD, I must do my PhD. Maybe your son is looking for money to enroll WAEC. So you have to also know how to set your priorities right. What is your investment? Know your investment before you go ahead and
Can I add to
Yeah.
what Sister Rosalie? First of all, write it down. What do you want to invest in? Be very specific. What's your passion? What do you want to invest in? Do you know there's a free YouTube? YouTube is there. There's nothing that is not on that YouTube. Oh. If you want to learn how to make hair, you don't even need to go and sit on that one. Everything is there. As simple as nails. Everything is there. So instead of using your data to watch all funny skits online, come on, go on YouTube and educate yourself. Then I think just go online. Google is there. It will help you out. Then for career people, Coursera, if I'm allowed to, if I'm not advertising, they do a lot of free courses. Is it digital marketing? Go on YouTube. Go on. I beg, my sister. I beg.
Thank you so much. So this question now is leading to another question. So how do I balance my career, my business, and family?
Let me
Like
answer.
Sister Rosalie. Okay. Okay, sister.
How's that balance?
Yeah.
Yes, there was a time I had issues with that. My goodness, when I was having children, it was an issue. But I think I'm getting a hands-on on it. First of all, time management. You need to learn how to manage your time. I know with children though, it's not so easy. But let's be realistic.
yes.
You need to know how to manage your time. There's this formula. Sorry, I read a lot of things. They call it 4 Ds. The do, the other D is defer. The do means when there's something now, okay, maybe probably somebody sent you an email, you look at it, it's really urgent. Can I do it now? There are some things you need to do now. Probably your child is crying and you are there. I know it's urgent. Please go and do it. There are some things defer. It's something that you can do later. There's another one, delete. It's not even important. Maybe a message comes in. Must still go and check it. And alert. You might even see that it's all these people advertising all manner of stuff on your phone. You just say ping ping. Do you have to open the phone to check? Okay, delete it. Then the other one. Sorry, I can't. I've lost the trail of thought.
I would like to throw some light on that.
Time.
Balancing your career, your family, and business. As a woman or as a lady, you just have to allow it flow. Because as I've said earlier, your career is your investment. Your business is also one of your investments. Your family is another part of your investment. So they just flow concurrently. As such, one cannot work against the other. They just flow. It just flow. In the morning, I have to take my children to school. I do that. In the morning, I have to go back to my work. I must do that. Go back to my office, get a lot of things done. I have to go and pick my children by closing time. I have to do just a light flow. I would also like to put this in. I was trying to reach a financial target per month, and I noticed that the income flow from my business will not be able to do that. I'll overstretch it. And I have a lot of students going to the same school with my children in my area. And I have a mini bus. I just advertise to 1 or 2 persons. You are ready to follow me to school. This is my time. This is when I depart from my destination. This is where I get to school. This is when I'll come back to pick them. This is when I'll come back to drop you at the particular spot. Give them an amount. They were ready to pay. I told them this is when I get my money. I don't, no delays. Before the
side
week
hustle for you.
starts, before the week starts, I get my alert. I don't need to remind you. When I need to remind you, I drop your child. Somebody else will take that space. And that has been giving me close to 100,000 per month. Yes, without doing any extra stress. It's the same stress I will take taking my children to school and picking them back. The same amount of fuel that we use, but I have ended up adding more stream of income.
And you solve the problem for them.
Exactly.
And your account is what? Smiling.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
And your family is not lingering. Not at all.
Yeah. I love that.
That's
so
that's
smart.
very brilliant.
Yeah, smart diva.
I swear she's
Smart
a real smart diva.
Because you're making a money.
Yeah.
So this is the last question, guys, and I'm going to leave it open for everyone. So my money is my money. His money is our money. I know somebody mentioned that, but let's discuss it for just like 2-3 minutes. Yeah.
His money is our money. Oh. Me, I'm very real. But my money is my money. I'm guilty of that. I don't know if it's bad or not. But when I say my money is my money, I'm saving it for the rainy day. Because there are times when you're married, it's not every day or every year everything is rosy. There are times the man will be down. Will you just fold your arms, or will you brace up and take the wheel? So it's not just the man that does the provision for the family. There comes a time where the woman has to support, and that's where your money comes in. What if our money gets finished? Will you just walk out of the marriage? Will you walk out of your family or your kids? You must have something to fall back on. This is more like a recap of all what we've been saying. Your savings will come in handy in the rainy day.
Why are we debunk that fact? The Bible says 1 will chase 1,000, 2 will chase 10,000. Yeah, you actually achieve more when you work together. And you must understand your spouse. Reach an agreement. It can even be documented. And it can actually boil down to having a joint account. When this money goes in there, it cannot come out except I'm aware of it, you are aware of it, and we both agree, yes, it will be used for this, and it will be used for this, no matter the pressure from third parties. So I actually believe working together, you achieve more. My money is our money. His money is our money. Yes.
Please, as a kingdom woman, there's nothing like his money is my money, my money is my money. Please, it's not. I don't feel it's godly. You're supposed to sync. When you got married, two of you, God doesn't see you as two. You are seen as one.
Well,
Yes, yes. Thank
Well,
you.
I get
Thank
that.
you. I know you will disagree.
No, I'm not disagreeing.
I know you
no.
will disagree,
No,
my
see,
sister.
I'm
You are seen as
I said
one.
that
You're supposed to support each
I
other.
don't get me
You need to
wrong.
understand your
I
spouse.
support my
Okay,
spouse.
this is
Hello.
getting
But,
hot. This is getting
but
hot.
based on my family, that is my parents, and what I've seen, and how. Okay, now I don't want to get emotional. There was a time my parents, as in the way there was this joint account in quotes. At the end of the day, the money was spent by one party without the other party's knowledge. And I'm talking about millions.
That's that generation.
Excuse me. No, so I want you to understand why I now had that mentality. Like, okay, we can save, fine, yes, but I still have to have emergency money in case
Yes,
worst
no,
case
no,
comes.
no. Spending together does not stop you.
Yes, from having your own money.
having-
Exactly.
And a
we
saving.
can
Yes.
save that saving together.
No,
Yeah.
we're not.
We spend.
We're not saying you should have an account
We-
together.
yes.
Support.
Yes.
I
As
see.
a woman,
Yes,
each
I'm
other.
woman.
as a woman,
Know how
I
much
would
you have.
advise-
He knows how much I
always
have.
advise you have a separate savings account for
Yeah.
emergencies. I was actually angry with one of my friends. The son didn't go to school for 3 days. And why have your son not gone to school? They started exam. Say, oh, he was sick. His father didn't have money to take him to the hospital. Say, what? Your son was sick. His father didn't have money to.
And she has money, right?
I don't know whether she have money. As a
come on.
woman, you must have money.
matter
It's
how
a
big-
must. You must have money. There's some money. My husband is even aware. Don't go there. It is specially for emergency. I cannot have an emergency that I have to make a phone call. Honey, send some money. What if your number is unreachable at that moment? I will sort
That's
it out.
emergency funds.
Yes, I will sort it out before I will call you. Look at what is happening. Look at what is happening. Spending together, saving together does not stop you from having an emergency
Emergency fund, yes.
savings account.
Sure.
Yeah.
Shows you are a smart money
Yeah.
Diva. Yeah, yeah. So
But I know there are some, sorry, there
Okay.
are some couples. The woman will have money like this. The man will not know. Well, it's okay. And there'll be a need in the house that is urgent. You know, and then it's taking time. You are telling this guy, sort this thing, and it's taking time. And you know very well that this guy doesn't have right now. He has told you, I don't have money right now. You're still bothering him. You have. Can't you just say, can I assist?
That's where understanding comes in.
Oh, come on.
You have to understand each other.
Or maybe there's a particular amount of money he gives every month for feeding, and probably he's not able to meet up to that. Maybe he
Why
completes
some
it, and then the
women
money
also do
finishes,
that?
and you're saying, no, I'm not giving you food.
When the woman
After
is
denying him of something
Yeah.
else.
supporting
I don't
too much, the
understand.
man, the man cannot lay back. Probably the woman is doing that to push the man. You have to go at them. Go and
But you
make
know, in the
this
past,
money.
the guy don't they try.
If
he's been trying, you should
it's-
understand.
it's
Just say no, they try.
expedient
Don't
of
be
that
saying no
woman
pick up now.
to
So you just lay
sort
back
out-
because the
sort
woman
it,
don't they
yeah.
take over. I'm sorry, we're taking over this.
well, this has been so
We need to support each
interesting.
other. That's my
Yeah,
point.
yeah, I
It has
agree,
been
I
so interesting, mind opening. Like I've learned a lot, and I'm sure ladies out there have learned a lot. So I guess basically we just have to invest, save for emergency days. We cannot overemphasize on that too, because with the way our economy is, you have to be smart. So thank you so much, ladies, Sister Clara, Sister Rosalind, Sister Care.
Thank you for having us.
It's been mind opening,
Thank
and
you
I
very much
pray
for
to
having us.
thank you so much. And I know next time we meet, we'll learn more things. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the time with my ladies. Yes, with the trail ladies. The time that you will never forget in a hurry. It was a section that is unforgettable. Read my lips, unforgettable. And I believe that as you have learned, you will take it out as well to reach out to people to also learn. Join us next time on this very channel and on this station at It Is Church for It with the Trail Ladies. I like our name, Trail Ladies. Up trail, we are weapons of power. See you soon.